Financial aid. Pamela got accepted to Harvard University. Her family and friends were excited for her. Harvard was known for being hard to get into. Even if you got straight A's in high school, you could get rejected. You have to also be very involved in school, do volunteer work, and write well. Pamela immediately knew that she wanted to go to Harvard, but she was worried about money. Harvard was a private school, so it was expensive. 2 weeks later, she got an email from Harvard telling her what she got for financial aid. Pamela did not get as much aid as she hoped for. There are two types of financial aid, grants and loans. Grants are good because it is money given to you from the school that you do not have to pay back. For loans, you have to pay it back eventually. Harvard offered Pamela a lot of loans but not much grants. Pamela told her parents that she would not go to Harvard. Her parents told her that she should still go. Harvard was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. After some thinking, Pamela agreed. She decided that she was going to apply for scholarships. She went to her school's college center and found several scholarships she was qualified for. She applied to a scholarship for history majors, one for violinists, one for Filipino Americans, and one for female students. In the end, she managed to get $3,000 from scholarships. This was a good start. She would get a job at Harvard while she took classes. Having a hard time getting hired. Diana wanted to be a model. She went to a lot of casting calls. She wanted to be hired to walk as a runway model. She also wanted to do advertisements, but those were harder to get. Diana had a hard time getting hired because she looked a lot like another model named Amy. Amy was an established model, who has done many advertisements, commercials, and fashion shows. She was very famous. People did not want to hire Diana because there was already an Amy. Diana thought she looked different though. She thought her face was more round. She was also skinnier. Diana went to an audition for a Gucci commercial. Gucci is an expensive clothing and accessories brand. At the audition, Diana spotted Amy. In fact, Diana was right after her. There was no way she was going to get hired. After Amy finished her audition, Diana went up to the front. "Wow, didn't you just do your audition?" the casting director asked. "No, that was Amy." "I'm Diana," she said. Diana performed her audition. She thought she did a good job. She did all the right poses. She knew she looked great, but she was worried about Amy. A couple of weeks later, Diana got a call from the casting director saying that she was hired. "Just curious, what made you guys want to hire me over Amy?" Diana asked. "We wanted someone new." "Amy is everywhere," he said. Diana was so happy. She celebrated by buying herself a necklace. Pet shopping. Sarah found herself alone at home most of the time. Her parents were always at work and she had no siblings. Although Sarah had many friends, she wanted to get a pet. She was tired of being bored at home. However, Sarah did not know what pet she wanted. She kept changing her mind and fell in love with all types of animals. She decided to go to the pet store and let her heart decide when she got there. She picked up a bunny and fell in love with him. He was brown and white. She decided to name him Chester. Her new furry friend also liked her. Her parents approved and were also fond of her new pet. "We'll get married eventually." John and Betty have been dating for 5 years. They got together at the end of college, but they were friends before. John and Betty were a good couple. They rarely fought, they never got jealous, and they respected each other. They managed to make problems go away. For example, after college, John was planning to go to medical school in Washington. Betty was planning to stay in California. However, they talked it out and John decided to enroll in a medical school in California. He didn't mind changing his plans for Betty. She was worth it. Right now, John is in residency, which means that he has finished medical school and is now working under a doctor at a hospital. Betty is an investment banker at Wells Fargo. Betty feels that they have been dating long enough to get married. They have been living together for almost 4 years. They knew each other's habits and were comfortable with each other. Over dinner, Betty brings it up. John sighs. "I want to get married at some point, but not now. I am trying to pay off my medical school debt," he said. "Why don't we just borrow some money from my parents? They wouldn't mind," Betty said. "True, but I would," he said. "Let go of your pride," Betty said. "We'll get married eventually, don't worry." At the end of the day, marriage doesn't mean that much. "As long as we love each other, that's okay," John said. He has a point, she thought. Betty believed that they would be together forever. A male nurse. Adam just graduated from college and will be going to nursing school this upcoming fall. He has a degree in biology. He initially wanted to be a doctor and his parents wanted him to be one, too. Even though being a doctor gets you a lot of money and prestige, it is also very stressful. Adam did not want to be in school that long. Medical school is also very expensive. Getting into medical school is hard, too. When Adam told his parents that he wasn't going to apply to medical school, they were upset. They did not understand why. Adam had a high GPA, a high MCAT score, and great letters of recommendation. Adam explained that his heart was not into it. He knew he would probably get into some medical schools, but it wasn't worth it. He wanted to go to nursing school. He wouldn't have to be in school that long and he liked the work better. When he told his parents this, they said, "Nursing is for women," they said. Adam expected them to say this. A lot of people have told him the same thing. "I get why you would say that, but there are a lot of male nurses these days. They are paid well too, and don't have to work long hours," Adam said. His parents accepted his wishes. They weren't happy about it at first. After his first year of nursing school, however, they saw how happy he was.